Hey guys, welcome back. We're here for William's bad ending number 6, The Divide, and I think we can all have a pretty good guess where that happens. And I've loaded save 2 from bad ending number 1. We're actually going to be basically doing choices that we've done all along for most of this. But if you're using this as a guide, I thought I would show you the choices you need to make to get to this ending. So, let's see. You don't have to do that, William. So we're just gonna go through this really quick until we get to the actual ending. Let's see. Alright. Ignore. So we're gonna live. And we'll make it to school without dying horribly. Offer to help him clean. Took you long enough, Spencer. This one, gotta be clingy, and then probably just return to my seat. Yes, figured as much. Okay, you still saved my butt, though. Alright, this one, I need to flee and have Spencer save me. Great. And then this one is... where am I? We just shoot it outside, Mom. Don't even worry about it. Let's see. And this one is... no, I guess not. Which we did last time, so we've seen that already. Okay. Need to go poke my head in. And then... where am I? Okay, Velos. Which we did before. Is that really necessary? I was just being honest. Speed, 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 speed. Write all the journal things down. Are you sure it'll work like last time? I want this to stop now? Yes. Smash goes the glass. Okay, I think this is going to be a new choice. Yes, it is. Okay, this time I need to ask Merle what the price will be. What exactly is this price? You keep saying it's going to be high, but you won't... Ugh. I doubled over as the pain worsened. It felt like a giant hand was squeezing my entire body. I tried to speak, but couldn't form the words. She's clearly in no position to make this decision herself.
I'll do it.
I tried to say no, to tell him it was my responsibility, that he couldn't do it. But everything was going dim. My mouth wouldn't work properly.
Don't make this decision lightly. We're essentially saving two beings here.
Well, maybe, Merle, if you would actually be explicit and explain what you want as far as price, that would be helpful.
I'll pay. Whatever it is, I'll pay it.
I gripped the arm of the sofa hard and pulled myself up. No! William!
I'm not sure I can let you pay for her request.
William caught Merle's arm.
Then don't help her. Help me.
You mean you have a problem you need help with?
The problem is that someone I care about is dying, and I need you to help her. If it's like that, then I can pay, right?
Will! Nora, try to lay still. I didn't want to lay still. This wasn't fair. How could I argue back when I couldn't even speak? That was the uppermost thing in my mind as everything started to fade.
Even if the end result is the same, what matters is who you choose to help now, isn't it?
Well, it doesn't matter to me one way or the other. But if I let you do this, I think the young lady over there is going to be pretty angry at me.
I'll make sure the one she's angry at is me.
In that case, you know what I'm going to ask for as payment, right?
Yes. I know.
Just don't regret it after the fact.
I regret a lot of things, and I always will. But this won't be one of them.
Oh no, William, what have you done? You signed away your voice to Ursula. What have you done? By that point, everyone's voices had faded to a mere buzz. And then I just couldn't. Merle settled in next to the sofa, looking down at Nora with a concerned expression because Nora passed out.
It looks like she's blacked out finally. I'm going to try to return her soul to the state it was in before it was placed in this body. It should reverse anything the Fae have done to it.
You're sure this is going to break the contract and make them return her?
Pretty sure, yeah. Though, that doesn't mean they won't try to get her back.
Kaya, where do you think they'll return her to? I assume they won't be politely leaving her on the doorstep here.
Are we back? No.
I doubt it. They'll probably leave her somewhere near where the agreement was made. Or maybe at the place where they took her from.
That means by their old place. Or by that fairy hill.
You know where that is?
Yes.
Then you should head there as soon as Merle is finished. You'll want to find her before they do. I think I can track her from here as well. And verify where she is. If that's okay.
We'll be counting on you. She may be a little disoriented, so I wouldn't expect her to immediately know what's going on.
Got it.
A black shadow swirled out from behind him and took the shape of a large raven that settled on his shoulder. He set one hand on Nora's forehead and another on her stomach as he started chanting softly.
Just hang on, Nora. Please.
It seemed to be going well when Merle flinched. Nora's eyes flew open and she wasn't Nora anymore. The white-haired woman on the sofa staggered to her feet, flinging Merle away from her.
What have you done?
She hissed low through clenched teeth as she glared at them all.
We saved Nora. That's what we've done. Who are you?
The woman's gaze landed on Kaya and the scowl deepened.
I should have known you were involved in this.
Kaya just lifted an eyebrow and crossed her arms.
Well, Merle, did it work?
William helped him to his feet carefully.
Looks like it. The souls seem to have separated cleanly.
Kaya smiled triumphantly, but the white-haired woman shook off the last remnants of miasma and straightened.
Don't think we're going to let her go that easily. She was always ours, you know. You better get to locating her, William. Looks like they don't want to let her go that easily. I'll do it.
Allie pushed Corvin to the library door.
We should let Kaya and Merle handle this.
Don't think you've won this. And don't think we won't remember what you've done.
She glared at Kaya, then let out a scream of frustration as she did a dramatic whirling flight up the chimney. Dang.
Nora's going to be sorry she missed that.
Yeah, to say the least. William sighed quietly as he closed his eyes.
I'll start looking.
Allie just nodded as she and Corvin vanished into the courtyard. Merle started to follow suit, but paused in the door.
Good luck finding her. We'll give you a few days before we come to collect what you owe us.
Thank you.
Well, at least he gave him a few days. They are kinder than the Fae in that regard. Now what am I doing? I got so distracted. Okay, same as before. A lot of answers to find. Okay, grudge must be strong. William, there's something else I want to ask you, if it's okay.
Okay.
Did you actually... I mean, the price for Merle, to help me. I left the question hang unfinished. I didn't know how to phrase it, and even if I knew what the answer was, part of me didn't want to hear it.
I did. Of course I did. I couldn't just sit and watch. Well, I will pay him, I mean. He said I have a few days before they'll collect it.
I'd sort of lost consciousness before all that got sorted, but of course I knew the answer before I asked. I didn't like it. I didn't like that he'd done something like that for me.
Are you angry?
Okay. I've never had this choice before, but this is the option I'm meant to pick. It's not that I'm angry. That isn't it. How could I be angry about that? I just feel like you shouldn't have had to do that for me.
I wanted to.
I know, but that doesn't make it right. It wasn't something you should have had to shoulder.
If I hadn't put you in danger in the first place...
You did it because you felt guilty? Were you trying to punish yourself?
I don't see it as a punishment, but I won't deny that it was a selfish decision.
I didn't say it was selfish.
I know.
I looked away from him, fidgeting with the edge of the blanket. Will you tell me what it was? The price you paid?
I don't think it will do you any good to know that.
I think I have a right to know. You did it because of me. It was a price I should have paid. He just looked at me sadly.
Nora. From Merle's perspective, the one he helped was me. Saving you was incidental to that.
But you and I know that's just a loophole. It's semantics. He helped me. I should have been the one to... He cupped his hand over my cheek and smiled as he swept my hair behind my ear.
It's not like I paid anything I wasn't willing to pay. You're safe. That's worth whatever he might ask. So don't feel guilty. You have nothing to feel guilty for.
He said that, but I felt guilty. And nothing was going to change that. We were both silent for a long time. He stood and straightened the pillows.
You should sleep. It's been a hard few days. I'm sure you can use the rest.
Okay. I kind of briefly saw the nightmare fuel. Though I wasn't sure I really remembered the healing part. Not to mention William's payment, which I was still fretting over. The payment. This one is the same as the last ending. But we made it through the Will-o'-the-Wisps. Surely this wasn't anything to do with his payment to Merle. I wondered if I should have pointed that out to Allie. If not that, then what? Well, we have one more choice. But first, I need to make a save with all this wind going on, because we're going to reload that for our next bad ending. But for right now, we need to use the amulet again like we did in the good ending, but things are not going to go so well for us. We both watched as he looked back once. He flinched slightly and doubled over as if in pain. No! I felt so helpless, so powerless to do anything, and then he just stepped through and was gone. The barrier between us rippled faintly and vanished. No! I tore myself away from Guess and ran to the rift. I really wasn't sure what I was planning to do. Maybe just tumble in after him in a panic. But it evaporated into nothing before I even got close, and all that was left was a swirl of light. I gasped as warmth passed through my entire body. For a moment, just a moment, it felt like he was there, touching my cheek, holding me close, and whispering something I couldn't quite make out. Then the feeling vanished, and I fell to my knees. He's gone. He's gone. I felt Guess's arms encircle me, but neither of us said a word. Oh, nice of you to finally join us, Marc. By the door, there was a rustling and a groan as Marc sat up.
Where is William?
Tears spilled over, and for a long time, neither guest nor I had the strength to answer him. Poor Marc. If you had been awake like a few seconds earlier, you could have used your vampire speed to get him out of there. Brief as the lightning in the collied night, that in a spleen unfolds both heaven and earth, and ere a man can say, "Behold!" the jaws of darkness devour it up. William Shakespeare. I mean, I figured the divide was going to be him actually stepping through to the divide, and that's what happened. That was what the ending I was worried was going to happen in the good ending. But it happened now. That was sad. Although I wonder now, because from the divide, he can't pay Merle's price, so is the balance forever ruined? And what does that mean? Oh boy. Merle might end up regretting that. Alright, only a couple more bad endings to go, guys. I will see you for bad ending number 7.